Welcome back. We are in our third conversation for the morning, and this one is all about a small business. We're switching the conversation over to Picositas BZ, and we have with us the owner and creator, Vivian Naomi Ake. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Good morning to everyone watching.
It is so lovely to have you here with us, Vivian. I want to say, first of all, your treats look absolutely delightful.
Thank
I
you.
am a sweet tooth person, but we just came from health and wellness, so I'm trying to keep it, I'm trying to be a good example. Nonetheless, we want to talk about your business.
Right.
So you are the owner of Picositas BZ, and it's primarily sweets and treats.
Yes. I would say a sweet and spicy, salty and sweet type of mixture.
Yes.
So when you're craving something, that is it. Yeah.
Let's talk about how that began.
So I would say my business started like 3 years ago. I would say the beginning of the pandemic. I had my mother working remotely, and so there was a different type of exhaustion that kind of developed. And so she had those meetings where it's a little bit lengthy, and she's like, I need a pick-me-up, I need an energizer. And it was funny, I had an apple at home, and I had just a regular spicy thing, and I decided to dip it, and that was it. So from there on, I went exploring, seeing what tastes good with it. I started experimenting with my own recipe, trying to make it mine and how I like it. Found out that other people like it too, so it was it's a very wonderful experience so far.
What has it been like since in terms of growing your brand, in terms of being able to equally grow your small business?
So growing my brand and business, I would want to do simultaneously. So the kind of environment that I want to make for my customers, it's a soft, welcoming environment. It's sweet, but it's also me sharing my creation with them. You create a bond with them. And I feel like besides loving what I do, I love the relationships that I create with everybody. So.
Now I want to ask, because I'm seeing some photos there, you make gummy bears?
So we do have artisanal gummy bears that we make. We also have them, I use other brands, so it depends on what people want, what's in season. Sometimes I will switch it up for different events, or even catering sometimes I'll mix it up.
So before we go into the diverse types of treats that you make, let's talk about the name Picositas. Where did it come from?
So Picositas is a play on, it's not too spicy, but it hits just right.
I know exactly what that is.
So whenever I say Picositas, I'm like a little picosita.
So I could use that word then, because I oftentimes like spice, but I don't want it too overpowering where you can't taste it. You want it to be just right. So you'd say
a little
Picositas. Okay, you taught me something today. Okay.
and the logo that I have there just kind of went well. Was a little girl that kind of represents every Hispanic person or someone that's like on that type of vibe, and so I felt like it just fit perfectly.
So you've had your business for 3 years now. Let's talk about how it has evolved and grown in that time span.
So I love to reminisce whenever I have a milestone. I love to look back on how far I've come. Being a student and an entrepreneur at the same time, you have growth on both different sides. So what I want to maintain right now, as I'm still continuing my studies, is to keep both of them at the same, where I could balance it. So it went from going, just orders from my family members, and now to all across the districts. It's been such an amazing growth. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, I will add, because it's a one woman team. So it's been teaching me how to juggle and how to give myself proportionately to everything that I do.
What are you pursuing at the moment?
I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in social work.
Okay.
So how do you balance the rigors of academic life versus your own commercial pursuit?
Now that I'm still searching for a proper answer, but what has been key is the communication between my customers and myself. So I'll let them know I have a busy time today, but we can accommodate this, that, this time. Some of them want to pick up when it's available. I'll say, okay, I'm coming out of class in like 5 minutes. Meet me here. You know, we work with one another, and I feel like that's been one of the best resources to how my business has been being kept and still growing so far.
You know, I have to ask you, Vivian, because I think it's a universal feeling for all entrepreneurs when you realize that you have a product or you create something that people want. There's a sense of vulnerability that comes with, because you have to now put a value on what your product is. Let's talk about that transition to you creating something that you enjoy and your family enjoying, to you saying, okay, what value is this product?
So throughout my entire business journey, I've always had a little trouble with charging for my product. If it were up to me, I would give everybody.
Yeah.
I would say, here, you could have this, it's okay.
Yeah.
But they understand, and some of my customers have taught me that in order for this to turn, you do need to. Yeah. And it has been one of my main things, being a student, is to make it affordable. I always want my customers to have something to snack on while they're studying, while they're working, while they're doing something, but I don't want to make it inaccessible.
Yeah.
So I've made, there's different sizes that I offer, but these ones right here are the top seller because it's so easy. You could seal it, you could take it anywhere, and so that has been.
What has been the demand?
The demand.
And where would you say the highest demand for your product comes from?
So in terms of demand, the demand has been, I would say, from young individuals. I would say it doesn't really, it's like both people around my age, university students, also people that are working at their corporate jobs, they're in their offices, they're kind of peckish, and so even older people, they're like, oh, well, my family's coming over, I want to have this at my table. I said, well,
what's your best-selling product?
My best-selling product is right in between these two. So these two are actually, this is a spicy Skittles.
Ooh.
So it's Skittles, which is sweet, but then I have my own little covering that would.
Let's show our viewers.
that would, you know, hit right there. It's not just too sweet, and the type of punch that you get from the sour, you know, it doesn't overpower the sweet. So people.
That already sounds so interesting. Spicy Skittles.
Yeah, and this one here is a watermelon gummy, and I feel like watermelon with spices just goes. It's been a top. These always tend to sell out before I could even, you know, blink.
Wow.
So it's been a little bit difficult to keep up, but I still do my best, of course.
And we have a covered apple over here.
Yeah, this chamoy apple right here.
Let me see if I can get it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want it. It won't fall off, right?
You can pick it from the bottom there.
Let me slide
No,
it
it won't
over
fall
here.
off.
Woo. All right.
Yeah, this one was one of my favorite things to make.
Okay.
And that's because it is a coating of my own little tamarind paste, like a chamoy-based thing, and you have that sweetness of the apple, the fruit part. And that's my favorite. Personally, for my own business, this is my favorite to eat.
Really? So do you go with green apples or red apples?
Depends on what my customer would like. Some people like more tart flavors. Some people do want the sweet to complement the spicy and the sour. So I do work with whatever kind they would like.
Are your products available elsewhere, like in storefronts and what have you?
So that's one of my goals, but because I know that I have the load of academics, I don't want to, you know, bite off more than I could chew currently.
Yeah.
So this, where I'm at right now, is where I would like to be until I finish my school, and then I could put all my energy or most of it into it.
We have one last product here. What is inside this container?
So this is a rim paste, and my family members put it on everything. So you could put it over the rim of your cup for, let's say you want a mango smoothie, you need that to hit.
Yeah.
Some of them pour it over their fruits. They dip it in their fruits. I like it with fruits.
Yeah, I think I would
For
like it
sure.
with fruits. And it also has that spicy, that picositas.
That Picositas,
Yes.
right? The name fits. The name really does fit. Yeah, so these are what are normally ordered every week from my customers. Yes.
So the end goal, as you mentioned, is obviously to expand your business, but you are also focusing on your academic pursuits. I see you, Vivian, being able to hire other people and having your own Picositas mini factory.
Yeah.
Is that something that you envision for yourself?
Yes, so I do have a little goal chart, and in the next 5 years or so, I would want to have a storefront. One where anybody could walk in, they're like, oh, I want a bit of this, I want a bit of that, I want, I want that type of experience for them, and I want to get it into stores. I have a lot of friends of mine that I've met through this business. They're like, I want it in my store. Let's put it there. Let's try it. And I've had a wonderful experience so far with putting it in people's stores or people using it for their products as well. It's been wonderful to see it being incorporated in their own business.
Where are you based right now, and how can persons who are interested in your products get in touch with you?
Okay, so I'm based in Belize City currently. So the social media handle that I predominantly use is Instagram. So you could find me at Picositas BZ. Always send me a message. I'm so happy to respond. And any questions, any type of, let's say they want this type of thing, can I make it? We'll see. We can check it out.
Yeah. One of the last comments that I want to close on is there's a sense of, I think, early lesson that you're getting when it comes to managing a business and managing your finances at such an early age, especially while pursuing your studies. Talk to me about what that experience is like, growing a business and learning how to invest, but also pay yourself, make a profit. How is that journey like for you?
So it's been a rocky type of journey. Me, on a personal level, I love treating myself. So sometimes earlier I did get carried away, but I had the mentorship from my mother and my older sibling to say, hey, we get that you want to have fun, but let's grow it. So they gave me the skills that I use now to fully be able to support my business, to support myself, and other little ventures that I want to go into. So I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah. Their guidance.
Yes.
What do you say to a young person that may just be looking for that sign, as we spoke of this morning? They don't know how to start a business, but they feel that they have that internal entrepreneur.
That's exactly how I started. I knew I wanted to make something, and I love seeing the smiles and the positive emotions when it came to them trying it. I would say to anybody that wants to, just jump in and explore, to do it with the best intentions that you have. And if you cannot give it your all, you wait until you're better well equipped, and everything that you do it with goodwill. You don't have other malintents or any other underlying, desires. I feel like the minute you give your heart, the people that you want to reach out to will come to you. So it's like you give good energy, you get good energy.
Yep.
Excellent. Vivian, thank you so much for sharing your products with us. We wish you all the best with Picositas BZ, and we also wish you all the best with school. That way we can see your own storefront 5 years from now.
5 years
We'll
from
check
now.
back in.
I hope, I probably will be there.
Okay.
Knowing, Thank
all
you.
right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about two cute designs. Don't go away.